Good morning. Abstinence. Experience, strength, and hope from members of Overeaters Anonymous. This one is entitled The Ghost of Christmas Past. The holidays have always been a dismal time of year for me, mainly because my father died 8 days before Christmas when I was 19. For most of my life, my father and I weren't very close due to his alcoholism. During the last year of his life, however, he was recovering in AA, both emotionally and spiritually, and I came to know him as a caring and loving person he could be. When he died, I felt that my higher power had taken away the father I had always wanted. Through the 12 steps of OA, I have come to realize that my higher power had given me a wonderful gift, a short period of time that left memories I can treasure for the rest of my life. Another aspect of Christmas past I've had to deal with is my attitude towards food. Before OA, the only thing I looked forward to was the one time of year I could eat the way I wanted to and not feel guilty. In fact, I felt that gorging myself on seasonal goodies was the expected behavior. I know better now, but it doesn't make abstinence easier. During my first abstinent Christmas, I struggled to keep away from the binge foods of the season. I knew from my fourth step that I would be in for a rough ride, but followed my sponsor's advice to go to meetings, pray, and not pick up the first compulsive bite. I stayed away from all social functions except OA and AA, and even then I was cautious. I fought my toughest battles at work, where there seemed to be an abundance of seasonal binge foods. To add to the torment, it appeared that everyone at work was attempting to force the junk on me against my wishes. I made it through that period abstinently, one day at a time, with the help of OA and my higher power. I now realize that it was nothing more than white knuckling abstinence. My second holiday season in OA was much easier and more enjoyable and a more enjoyable experience. I used the same steps and tools that had kept me abstinent the rest of the year. The old binge foods were plentiful as ever, but not an issue anymore. I sincerely didn't want any and felt good about it. I was doubly grateful for the program when I noticed a colleague attempting to diet during the holiday season. Her struggle with food was the same as mine and which had been the previous year. What stuck me, oh my gosh, here's where the reading is difficult when it's cold, but it is what it is. What struck me most, however, was the look in her eyes. Although she was saying no thank you with her mouth, her eyes were saying, please give me some. I then fully comprehended the state of mind I had been in the previous Christmas. I now have an even greater appreciation for the gift I've been given by God and OA. Coming up on my third Christmas in abstinence, I'm full of excitement and hope. I'm taking a couple of beginning courses at the local community college. My work is more challenging and rewarding than I had expected. I served as a delegate in Region 7 for my intergroup, and so far I've maintained my weight loss and my abstinence. None of this would be possible without higher power and OA. I give credit to my sponsors who keep me honest and on an even keel. I can't guarantee that I won't relapse tomorrow, next week, or next month, but I know what works for me, and I'm grateful. This doesn't mean that my life always runs smoothly or that I'm a model of serenity, but it does mean that when I have to confront problems in my life, food is no longer an option. This comes from a member in Annapolis, Maryland. Yeah. Holidays, family, any kind of functions where food is the, top billing activity. It's a challenge. And, today I am not faced with any of that stuff. It's the, you know, end of March. There's no holiday happening right now. I mean, I just did spring break, and that was a challenge, and it was slippery, sloppy, and not completely clean abstinence. In other words, I indulged in some binge foods and didn't get out of control, but still took big risks. And one of those binge foods came up at work yesterday, and it's clearly a trigger. And I'll mention that to my sponsor today when I send in my food for the day, which I didn't do yesterday. So I'm going to do that. And I'm going to finish this up as quickly as possible so I can get to that. So have a great day. Have an abstinent day, and we'll see you.